The world cannot count on China. Our next story is proof. 2 days ago, Ukraine's border guards busted a Chinese trafficking operation. Chinese citizens trying to cross the border, smuggling 2 babies out of Ukraine. Thankfully, they were caught, busted. But many more children remain vulnerable in Ukraine and could fall prey to Chinese traffickers. Our next report tells you more.
Chinese traffickers have reached Ukraine and they are trying to smuggle babies out of the country. Ukraine's border police recently foiled one such attempt. These Chinese men were trying to smuggle 2 infants out of Ukraine. Their plan was to cross the Porubne border crossing point and escape to Romania. But the border guards of Ukraine stopped the Chinese traffickers. They were asked for the identifying documents of the babies. They didn't have any. Traffickers were busted. The babies are now being looked after by Ukraine's border guards. They may be the luckier ones. The war has separated many newborns from their parents. In Kyiv alone, 21 newborns are being kept in basements. They were born to surrogates.
We are worried for ourselves, for our children, for these little babies who stay here, for everyone. It is terrifying because we sit here and we don't know what will happen the next minute. Even though we stay in a basement, when there is an explosion somewhere nearby, we can hear it very clearly. There was some tonight. It is terrifying indeed.
Around 200,000 children live in orphanages and foster homes. Reports say they're at the risk of being exploited. And the biggest threat comes from China. It is one of the biggest trafficking hubs in the world. Going by some estimates, 200,000 children were abducted by Chinese traffickers every year from 1980 to 2016. 20,000 trafficking cases were reported in 2012. And in 2019, 4,500 cases were recorded. And these are the official Chinese estimates. The actual scale of the problem is said to be much bigger. Despite China's attempts to hide it, the truth is coming out. These images went viral recently. They show a chained Chinese woman from Jiangsu. She was trafficked multiple times. She had 8 children. China tried its best to bury the story. Initially, Beijing labelled the victim as mentally ill, but a public backlash followed. And the government was forced to launch an investigation. Now China's traffickers have turned their focus on Ukraine. Children caught in a war are easy prey, and unfortunately, they're nobody's priority right now.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.